I pronomi doppi. In this lesson, you will learn to combine two pronouns in one sentence. This sounds complicated, but is something that you do all the time in English without thinking about it. Let's start by looking at some examples in this sample conversation. Ezio, hai comprato il giornale? Sabrina. Sì? Ezio, me lo dai per favore? Sabrina. Te lo do quando finisco di leggere. Ezio. Va bene. Hai comprato lampadine pure? Sabrina. Sì. Ezio. Me le dai? Sabrina. Te le do più tardi. Sono in macchina ancora. In the first example of a double pronoun that we see in this example conversation, me lo dai, lo is a singular masculine direct object pronoun taking the place of il giornale, a singular masculine direct object. From an English perspective, to better understand the meaning of double object pronouns in Italian, it helps to look at the structure backwards, starting with the verb. Dai, you give, lo, it, il giornale, me, to me, you give it to me. In Italian, the word order in this kind of structure is exactly the opposite of what it is in English. Another way to remember the word order is that direct objects are more directly connected to the verb, and in this sense it is logical that they would be directly in front of the verb, while the indirect object pronoun, which is less directly affected by the verb, is the pronoun furthest from the verb in the sentence. Let's look at the next example in the conversation. Te lo do. Beginning at the end, do, I give, lo, it, te, to you. I give it to you. In the final set of examples in the conversation, le refers to le lampadine, the light bulbs, a feminine plural direct object. Me le dai. Beginning at the end, dai, you give, le, them, the lampadine, me, to me. You give them to me. To recap, the word order of double object pronouns in Italian is as follows: indirect object, then direct object, then verb. To review, here are a list of the direct and indirect object pronouns which we have learned in previous lessons. Direct object pronouns mi ti, lo la, ci vi, li le. And the indirect object pronouns mi, ti, li, le, ci, vi, and gli or loro. As we saw in our example conversation, the indirect object pronouns mi, ti, ci, and vi become me, te, che, and ve before the direct object pronouns. In me lo dai, mi has changed to me, and in te lo do, ti has changed to te. Another important spelling and phonetic variation that occurs with double object pronouns is that which occurs with the indirect object pronouns li, le, and le. Before the direct object pronouns, all three of these pronouns become lie, and the direct object pronoun attaches directly to lie. In some ways, this structure makes using the indirect object pronouns li and le easier, as you don't have to think about which one to use. Li, le, and le, all three convert to lie with double object pronouns. Choosing the right direct object pronoun to combine with lie is, as always, based on whether the direct object is singular or plural, masculine or feminine. Let's look at an example. Compri un regalo per la bimba? Sì, glielo compro domani. In this example, the direct object la bimba is replaced by glie, and the direct object regalo is replaced by lo, making glieo. Glie, the indirect object, lo, the direct object, glielo. As in previous examples, to translate this to English, begin with the verb and work backwards. Compro, I buy lo, it, il regalo, gli, for her. I buy it for her. A final detail to remember about direct object pronouns is that they can attach to the end of infinitive verb commands just like single object pronouns. So double object pronouns can attach just like single object pronouns. Compri il regalo per la bimba nel centro commerciale? No, preferisco comprarglielo nel negozio di giocattoli nel centro. Ma che dici? Compraglielo nel centro commerciale. Lì costa di meno. As you can see, glielo attaches directly to the infinitive verb comprar in the first example and directly to the command compra in the second example. This concludes our lesson on I pronomi doppi in Italiano. Thanks for watching. Arrivederci.